YouTube. So this video is going to be about where our chickens have laid eggs over the last 3 years. So 2.5 or 3 years ago, we got 10 chickens just for the sole purpose of having the kids having a responsibility to feed them and obviously have them lay eggs so that we can have some good old farm fresh eggs to eat. So first off, after we get the chickens from the local fleet farm as like day old or week old chicks, what we'll do is we'll raise them in this old water tank. There's nothing special about it, it's just a big old plastic tank. What we'll do is we'll put wood shavings in there or straw. We'll attach a heat lamp to this right here, and then we would have a little water and a little feeder in there. And they would remain in there until they darn near could jump out of this thing. So that's usually about 3 weeks they'll remain in there. From the tub, what we'll do is we'll move them into this old, this used to be an old calf pen that I just kind of put a whole bunch of wire on it so that critters can't get in. Nothing can get in, nothing can get out. Added those little ladders in there for the chickens to roost at night. Some of them use them, some of them don't. Added those little chunks of wood for them to kind of stand on. Back to the whole part of where do the chickens lay the eggs. So I built this egg laying box and they use it. Some videos I've seen on the internet says that the chickens will pick a primary box and they'll always use the same box. Our chickens, we usually have around 20 of them. They use pretty much every single box. There's no special box for them. So our first year of having chickens, what we would do is every night we would lock them back up into this pen, and they indeed would lay in those boxes every single day. After a while, these birds start getting kind of independent because they've got about 5 acres to roam around on. It became kind of a bugger to get them to lock into this pen each night. So pretty much right now for the last 2 years, these chickens are as free range as they can be. So they have laid all over this 5 acres. And this video again here, I'm just gonna have little clips of exactly where they've laid. So adjacent to the pen is this old gutter. They have laid under this gutter. Oftentimes it's straw under there, so they'll lay when there's straw. They won't just lay on this concrete. When there's a pile of straw under there, they'll lay under there. Adjacent to the original pen here, we got some wood shavings, wood chips. They like laying just out here along this wood pile here I got. Back in the barn here, we tried raising young chickens in this old room here. Got too cold for them. But what we'll do is we'll leave this door open all the time, and they will lay in this dog crate back in that corner. Now that they're free range, their main hangout is down here with Frank and Beans, the 2 steers. They have laid various parts of this pen. They have laid behind this protective cage that houses a water line, and they would lay in there. Calm down, Beans. They sometimes will lay in this old feed trough that's sitting within a feed trough. Currently their favorite area to lay is back here, just in a random corner by the hay. And this here area is where we keep the hay bales for old Frank and Beans here. And they will just lay all over the bale, all around it. They'll burrow in there, all sorts of random places of the bale. Right now we have like 18 chickens. We usually have 10 to 20. They'll lay in this little area where there's a maple tree and some burdocks. They'll just lay on the ground. They don't care. And then they'll go underneath this old cattle trailer. They'll lay underneath the old cattle trailer. This here's an old silo. And we found a nest of about 15 eggs just at the base here once in the weeds. This is a popular spot right there in that cart in by all these ladies. See, there's one in there now. They like laying their eggs in these carts full of strings. What do you think? Good spot? Oh, geez. See what I mean? This here is a big old covered lean shed full of straw. And usually when there's bales taken out of it, we gotta check, you know, the bales on the edge. It's usually a little nesting spot there. The farmer that rents from us just brought in a whole bunch of wheat bales, so these chickens are in heaven because the bales got dropped off here, and I'm sure there's little wheat seeds here and there, so they're pecking around. Happy chickens. And one last spot, there used to be a wheelbarrow here that was full of hay bale string and feed bags. And that just was piled full, and that was their most popular spot to lay eggs. Currently, right there is. Ow! Well, that's it for the video. If anyone has any questions about raising chickens, by all means, put your questions in the comments and I'll answer them. I almost forgot. They always said that if you get a rooster, there's a chance the rooster will protect the flock from predators. So last year we got a really mean-looking grown-up adult rooster. We named him Cluck Norris. Thought that was a pretty catchy name. He didn't last more than 2 weeks actually. So we got a red one, a Rhode Island red that's 3 years old. She's from the original hatch. She's still kicking, but old Cluck Norris, who was supposed to be a badass, he didn't make it 2 weeks. So I don't know where he is.